Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. As South Africa receives its first batch of the breakthrough HIV prevention injectable Lenacapavir, one local scientist played a key role in shaping the cause of the pandemic. Tabile Mwanza, a Wamapumulo-born clinical researcher, is part of the international team behind the twice-yearly injection that will transform HIV prevention worldwide. She joins us now in studio, and I'm very excited about that. But before we talk about her, good morning, Tabile.
Good morning.
I still want to know about you personally, right? But before we go there, so many of our viewers, after we spoke to the health minister, had questions for us through social media. You know, people generally get a bit uncomfortable when there's a new, medicine in the market, etc. One of the things they want to know is whether or not there are any side effects they should worry about.
Okay, hi everyone. You know what I could say? The best question or the best people at the moment to ask are our doctors. But as I'm part of the clinical research associates that worked for over 3 years on the Lenacapavir, there were side effects. As you know, with any other medication that you take, there are side effects. You can take Panado today, you will have side effects. And yes, there are. The way like side effects that were observed, like things like a headache, injection sites, redness, swelling, nodules, those were things that were observed, and headache, nausea. That's were mostly that. But I think the best person that would be able to, answer would be when, before you start taking the injection, do your research, speak to your doctor, speak to the nurses at the hospitals. But I really am excited about this, and I encourage that, let's people start using this, because it's such a huge breakthrough in our country.
So your role was a clinical researcher. I just want you to probably just take us into your confidence and explain to us exactly what that entailed. What did you have to do to make sure that this injection has efficacy for us in South Africa?
So I worked on the study. We call it a study as a clinical research associate. And what do? We work in the clinical research environment. As you know, with any new medicine that is being tested, it has to be tested in a small group first, so from animals to humans. So what happens is, after it gets to humans, there are different phases in clinical research that that are done, like a phase 1 all the way up to phase 4. So when I joined in the Lenacapavir, we started from the phase 3, which was now a phase which was more ready, to check efficacy. So from there, we had like 25 sites in South Africa. We call them investigational sites. And I want to say South Africa contributed a lot towards this, because it was tested in South Africa and Uganda. So we only had 3 sites in Uganda, and we had